Hello, this is Ashi from Crafting with Ashi and welcome to this video. This is the little box or bag we're making today. It has this cute magnetic closure so it won't open, you know, by itself obviously, but you can open it and put whatever you want in there. So let's get started. This one I used Melon Mambo with my brightly gleaming paper, and this is a companion piece to the box that I made, which will be shown as well on this blog or this video. This time I'm going to use real red, and I've got a piece here that measures 7.5 inches by 8 inches. And now on the 7.5 inch side we're going to do some scoring to start off with, and I'm going to use the narrow end of my scoring tool, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch. So let me put this in here. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to score at 3 inches, and again at 4 inches, and again at 6.5 inches. Okay, but all these measurements will be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that are in the description box below. So on the 8 inch side we're going to score at 1 inch here, and then at 2 inches, and then again at 7 inches. Okay, and that's our scoring. So let's get rid of our scoreboard. Okay, and then we're just going to fold on all these score lines. So I'm just going to find all my score lines and fold. This gives, foam folder is an invaluable tool, gives a lovely crisp fold, which is great. So it shouldn't be too hard on your cardstock to see your score line, so you should be fine. It's a really weather-wise awful day here in Lincoln. It's in October and it's raining and grey and yucky, so I'm very happy to be here doing crafting. Perfect day for crafting. Okay, so now we've folded all our score lines, time to do some cutting. Okay, now the side that has the 1 inch side, the bottom here you've got 2 score lines, 1 and 2. Here you've just got 1. This is your base, so you're going to cut up to the score line here, you can see, and then you're going to just cut that little tab out like that. Okay, and again you're going to cut up to the score line here on all of these tabs, just like that. Okay, and this little tab here on the side, which is the 1/2 inch little thing, you're just going to mitre like that. Okay, now to the other side where you've got the 2 score lines, the 1 inch, the 2 inch, you're just going to cut, I don't know if you can see, just like that up to the score line, and then you're going to cut away all of this section here, just like that, and then mitre this again. So on that side it should look like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I'm thinking. This is going to be my front, this is going to be my back here. So if I've got this, if you just want to think about yourself, if you've got that folded up, your seam will always be on the back. So this is my front here. This is the bit that's going to fold over to the front. Okay, so we're going to do some cutting, and we're going to cut initially up to the score line. Again, you see this is where we have the 2 score lines. You're going to cut up to the first score line, and on the side where you don't have that little tab, you're going to cut all of this section out. Easy if I show you. You're going to cut all of that bit out. Now you need to divide these tabs here. So we're going to cut up to the score line, and we're going to cut up to the score line and cut up to the score line. So 1, 2, 3. So we've got all of these tabs. Now this little tab, this big tab here, we need to cut away as well. Okay, just like that. So you should be left with something that looks like that. Okay, so that will be your template. That's what you want you to be left with, something like that. So you've cut up to all these score lines below, and above here you've cut along to all these score lines here. You've left this one intact, and then you've cut away the other bits, so you can just see. And this is your ½ inch here, so you can see that's what you're going to do. So now we're going to start to put some tape down, and we're going to put tape here on our ½ inch score line. Okay, and then on this one where you have no tab, you're going to flip it, and you're going to put tape here as well, just like that. Okay, and now we're going to stick down some of our designer series paper. Okay, so we've got our designer series paper stuck down the front of our box. I can see I haven't put enough snail here, so I'm just going to add a little bit extra, so it's nicely stuck down. And the same here. Okay, just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to try and put nearly all of my designer series paper that I can down, that I need to. So these two pieces are for your side panels. So and then we're going to have a piece here, this panel there. Okay, I just remembered something, so I'm going to pull this bit up again. Yeah, I'm not with it today, am I? Don't worry, just leave it like that for now. And we're going to do some pieces here. We're going to do our top piece here, like that. Okay, and you can see, yeah, that's what I did. We're going to fold our box together now, so we're going to take off our tape, if we can get it off. There we go. And we're just going to fold our box over. It would be easier if I'd done it the right way. And then the base, you're just going to fold in the sides, fold in the other base, back, fold over the front like that, and then you're just going to use your bone folder to make sure everything's properly stuck. Now you can see that's where it's going to come together like that. Now we're going to start to do our magnet work. Okay, so these are little neodyme earth magnets, and we're just going to use 2 of these. Get rid of that. I'm going to stick it down just with some tear and tape, and at the front here I'm going to put my first magnet, and I'm just going to put it down in the centre, or towards the edge there, not too far from the edge. You don't want it to be. You don't want it to be too close to the edge, otherwise the paper will come up. Okay, just like that. And then you just want to make sure that you have it in the right position, which we do. So now all you're going to do is put your magnet on there, and then fold this close so that everything is at a 90-degree angle, and just push just like that, and then you'll see it's here. So now you're going to take off the back of your double-sided tape, which is easier said than done. I think it would have been useful if I used a slightly larger piece of double-sided tape, but we'll make it work. There we go. Now fold your, we'll cover that mess up with that, and now we can bring back our lid and fold it closed. like that. Now we need to cover this mess here, so take that off. Designer series paper again, lots of snail, and then we're just going to put this over the top here. There we go. Okay, really simple and easy, just like that. Okay, so let's clear the decks a little bit, and we're going to do some stamping. So, scrap piece of Whisper White, the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set. We're going to use this one that says surround yourself in the love of the season. Night of Navy ink, because that's the colour of the designer series paper. Ink up our stamp set, ink up our stamp rather, we don't need to ink up the whole stamp set. Stamp it, close up the ink pad, okay, and bring in our punches. Now I'm going to use a 2-inch punch to cut some of this copper foil sheet. Okay, close up my punch as well. And I'm going to use the 1.5-inch punch to punch out my sentiment, and I think I've got adhesive on my craft mat because I can feel stuff sticking to it. So anyway, let's stick this down with some snail. Okay, just like that. Get rid of that bit. And then we're going to stick this down with a good amount of snail, because I don't want it shifting nowhere. And I'm just going to put my fingers in the back here so I can give it a good press down like that. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the crinkled Whisper White seam binding. And we're just going to try and tie a little bow. That's a bit big. We wanted a little bow, not a ginormous thing. I always do this with my loops, pull them together to see if I've got them roughly the same. I seem to, so cut that off, move all of that away, and then I'm just going to get out my glue dots, because I love to stick ribbon down with glue dots, it just works so well. Okay, I just need one glue dot. Oh, come on, glue dot, you're meant to love me. Okay, so there you go. There are the 2 boxes. What do you think? Do you like them? I think they're so darling and cute. As I said, all the measurements will be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below, including my Facebook group, where I host a monthly online card club where we make 4 to 5 different little projects, and I send you out the kit to make it. It includes everything you need to make those projects. And then we craft together for one evening on a Facebook Live, and we have lots of fun, and I'd love for you to join in, so please do check that out. If you did like this video, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and don't forget to subscribe to future videos. So thank you once again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!